this in. Almost there. Oh, I think that means you're streaming. That is it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Going to switch off of that. All right, we're doing this. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, really, other than so hi. My name's Ethan. Oh, this is so cringy. Sorry, I don't do this stuff, but or I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but I am, I guess, tired of not, yeah, create. There we go. Of not living up to my potential or something. And so the other day I had this idea to go ahead and commit in a way that would make me uncomfortable to to making 10,000 in a month. And so it's not like I really have a great start. I'm at 235 currently from some strength training stuff that I do, where I teach some young men strength training in my community. But aside from that, I don't really have a lot going on. I have a product which I'm trying to market and get out there, which is I think is pretty cool, called Cooperative Compass. It's like this homeschool co-op administration platform. And then aside from that, I've got ideas, but really it's just stuff that needs to be implemented, stuff that I need to push through and really get going. And so, make sure that this is centered. And because I'm the kind of person that cares about what people think, it dawned on me that I need to push through cringy, uncomfortable social media videos because obviously this is the first, I'm not that prepared right now. So we're just pushing through it. Um, yeah, right now it is 6:09 a.m. for me, and I woke up, I splashed my face with water, read my scriptures, and I uh, did a little bit of planning out my day in a little bullet journal. Those are planning out my day in the bullet journal is one of my daily minimums for this thing that I'm doing. The other stuff is I have to post on social media in some way at least 5 days a week. That's part of what this is. This is doing that, and yeah, so we're gonna get started with this. Part of what I need to do is I need to kind of review previously unfinished tasks, and I need to kind of do some planning out of the day. Um, Ended up being all of these need to get rescheduled to tomorrow. So I'm using Obsidian here, both as like a productivity app, but also as a oh, as a second brain. So I have a number of things which I put in here as I teach myself how to do stuff. Um, let's see, I should probably make this bigger if I can. I don't know that anybody will be able to see this on vertical portrait mode, but whatever. Um, yeah, so today, let's see. So I had this idea for a cooperative compass. Um, that one thing that I'm noticing is a lot of people, if they have used the competitor software, oh, I should do this if this doesn't fall. I'm just realizing that this is about to fall. Um, I know this guy that loves when he live streams to use the phrase, if you needed any proof, we're doing this live. Um, thank you, Cardis. All right. So, um, so yeah, mail pit. There, that's what this thing here is. So I had this idea that a lot of people who use this kind of software, they don't really because they've used the competitor. And that's the reason why I built Cooperative Compass. I know people that use the competitor, and there's only one competitor. I mean, unless you count like a mishmash of random different softwares put together that nobody really knows how to use and takes a ton of time. The competitor also takes a ton of time for people to learn and use, and in a lot of cases ends up being a headache that people just kind of have to deal with. And so the whole purpose of Cooperative Compass is to make homeschool co-op administration and interaction just super easy, super simple, and even fun to use. Like I've built the whole thing trying to make it feel like a social media platform so that it doesn't feel like some complicated corporate back-end thing that you have to learn. And so this first one is MailPit. I'm setting up for I can do a bunch of fake email account testing stuff. So I can set up this whole fake co-op environment with a I actually have, let's see. So I have this thing, yeah, where I talk to my AI business assistant that I designed and built out this huge, well, not huge, this list of different stuff from a sort of theoretical co-op. This is a fake co-op. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a video of myself um, showing how easy it is to set up a co-op in Cooperative Compass, including getting all the families signed up, getting all the classes made, getting the semester launched and everything. Because I think most people's experience with competitors, oh, this is like a multi-day process to get everything in there. And so I want to show how easy it is that it can be done literally in like less than an hour, maybe less than a half an hour, probably less than a half an hour, honestly. And so I just need to get MailPit set up so I can do stuff with fake emails because there's only so many fake emails that Google will let you, that I found out Google will let you make because I was just making fake Gmail accounts for testing. And then Google was like, hey, you need to stop doing this. I forget exactly what the message was, but it's something like that. Um, let's see. So transfer test. Yeah, so this is these first three tasks are the are related to what I was talking about. So the goal is to create the natural demo environment and then that's I should put on here on video. That's all gonna happen on video. Um, and then after that, um, I I will say this other stuff down here is stuff that well this I actually do want to figure out. I have a friend who reached out and he wants to help with marketing things, and he literally just wants to help, which I appreciate a lot. He's just an awesome guy, but he has some experience with sales, and so I think he just wants to show me what he can do. So I want to make him a business email under the cooperativecompass.com domain so that he can reach out to different co-ops and test out some cold audience marketing strategies or whatever. And this is Calibri and Caveman are different repos on GitHub that I've seen that could potentially have some use. There's some other ones I found recently that I want to add to this list. This list doesn't all have to happen today. This is just for me to be able to keep track of tasks, and then I want to day to day as I go throughout my day and plan out my day, and I want to make sure that I'm moving tasks forward so I don't forget things. Um, but I do want to keep the most important stuff on top. Most important stuff right now is all marketing stuff. At this point of the year, I will be surprised if we get any paying customers for Cooperative Compass. I had a bunch of personal life delays um, and also kind of self-sabotage delays on the marketing front back in June. That was probably the time to try to get people on board paying for it. But I self-sabotage. it is what it is. No use stressing over it. So, um, let's see. So what we got to do is just move forward. Um, that's probably going to be the main focus today, though, is I want to do all that I can for Cooperative Compass over the next week or so, and then uh, after that, we're going to be moving into I guess what you would call like small small to medium sized business um, type work. So yeah, once this is done, I'm going to be moving into trying to develop automation apps that can either save a ton of time or improve customer retention or even help with onboarding more customers for small to medium sized businesses. And the idea is if I can target contractors that typically, getting a customer means 300, 500, or even several $1,000s for them, me charging, you know, 250 a month or 500 a month for a software that gets them more of those every single month is a no-brainer for them. And so in order to hit 10,000, I figure if I get the kind of the ball rolling on building that software, getting those kinds of clients, then I'll be able to get to the point where people are happy to pay for that. Because I mean, obviously, that's one of the things is when people try to make money online, I feel like a lot of times it's all right, let's find the gimmick, find the get rich quick thing. I don't want to do that. I hate that kind of stuff. But I figure if I can make if I can provide no-brainer value to a small to medium-sized business, then it should be a no-brainer to pay for that value. And if it's not a no-brainer, then I did something wrong in creating the product. And so that's what we're gonna be doing. I guess let's dive into, let's see. I can stream for I don't know how much longer, honestly, probably until my kids wake up. Um, and then I do need to start my day job at some point. So I'm gonna pop out of here. And hop into let's hop into development stuff. So I need to start up our dev environment. Um, I'll try to make this bigger if I can without making it unusable. All right. Yeah. So you get to see some of the back end stuff. I had someone ask me if I was worried about potential um, potential security risks doing this. Can I still pull that down? I can. Um, show how much of a vibe coder I am. I mean, I guess that's kind of true. I like to know what the code actually is, but try to be smart about it. But I figure this is the future, so I might as well be good and like actively in the code, so I know how to teach the AI what to do, and then take advantage of the productivity gains. I think for someone who's trying to do what I'm doing, I need to make sure that I'm using every tool available to me. That being said, where I was last time was I had my backend engineer subagent implement some changes to how the backend is configured. Basically, before I had my backend as far as like email and stuff was just configured to work with Resend, which you can look them up if you want. It's just a cloud email provider thing. And so what we just needed to do was change it so that um, how email was handled um, depends on the environmental variables. And so right now, if email just isn't, if there's no environment variable set for email, then it defaults to using resend, which is great because that makes it so that my production environment doesn't need any changes. But then if I do specify stuff in the local environment variable, then it should set things up so that all the emails land in Mailpit, which if I pull Mailpit over here, that's this thing. Let's see. I should just, there we go. Um, so this is Mailpit, but I need to obviously test it. So yeah, theoretically, result implemented and push spec 003, configure email transport with Mailpit support on this branch. PR needs to be created manually. Yeah, I can do that. I prefer to handle my git pushes and commits myself. Let's see. Implemented spec 003. So if it's implemented, does that mean it'll work? Let's try a local host here. So one way, let's see, I'll go ahead, pull that down. One way to just kind of test this out would be to create. So let me pull up this right here. So I'm going to do that video setup. I'll try and pull this over here and see if this can work. Oh, there we go. That's not what I want. I want this here. Okay. All right. So we have these family counts that need to be created, so to speak. So because I need to be able to create each of these beforehand, so that it's just all ready to go. So full name. I'll probably just go with the moms on these, because if you know homeschoolers, it's basically always the mom running the show. So let's see, email. I'll do pharman@test.com. And because this is a dev environment, I just make the password the same for every single account, so I don't have to remember them. Welcome aboard. Your account's been created. Oh wait, shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, actually, yeah, no, we can have this. We can have this one be the. Well, actually, no, we can't. I goofed that up. Um, either way, actually, here we'll do localhost, um, co-op, co-op, there's a test co-op. Let me do a request to join. Here we go. There we go. So that should, you'll receive your request to join fair review. That's when it's submitted. It's not popping up in here. So I was thinking, I don't think it set the local environment variable. And I don't want to show the environment variables to you guys, so I'm pulling this over to the other screen. Let's see. I need to do some marketing stuff, respond to messages, but I'm going to do that after the live stream. Okay. So I got to pull up my, let's see. And, these are my, let's see, yeah, this would be my backend dot end. Let's see. Resend. So there is the resend stuff. Okay, so I need to go in here, like, because I just want to save time. All right, tell me what I need to do to update my backend file so that we're using Mailpit instead. All right, so it shouldn't take too long. one of the things, so like, I guess if you're curious while I wait for this to work, one of the things that I do, sorry, I did something on my other screen. For my AI workflow, one of the things that I've tried to do is be really economical since a lot of people, they if you try to get into AI right now, what you'll find is AI is probably a lot more expensive than you think it would be for coding stuff. Either you're using API keys or you're paying for a subscription plan. That's what I'm doing right now. It's just a $20 a month with Claude, um, or with Anthropic to get access to Claude and the different Claude models. But what you find is that you can easily go through a ton of. Uh, wait, I should turn on some music. Where's my like royalty-free tracks? Okay, for me. Ah, works at doing this super early in the morning. Um, what was I? Oh yeah. And so one of the issues that you run into with AI is that, like I said, you get a $20 a month plan, and if you're doing this kind of heavy coding and business growing type of work, is you run into a lot of like rate limiting, where you max out your tokens for a period of time. I used to have a GitHub Copilot, and I was like slamming through those tokens so fast. And so what I realized was, there's a certain point where you have to work smarter and not just keep throwing stuff at AI. And so I spent some time this month just really focusing on optimizing token usage and really optimizing the output of the AI. And what you'll find is a lot of these big AI companies, they just want to make sure that you get the best output possible, and they kind of don't care or even kind of like it when you have to use a ton of tokens, because what they're doing is they're getting us like hooked on it, and they're making it so that you get really used to just saying, hey, here's the problem, fix it. I might need to go in a second. But what a lot of people have been realizing is if you get really smart with token usage. I just gotta do this. I don't know what where the mute button is, so sorry. No, I think I saw the mute button right after I started that. Oops. But the point is, if you want to be successful, I think with using AI without spending a ton of money, because you could just go and be like, all right, Fablefy, build this stuff and spend a bunch of tokens, and at the end of the day, you've spent $500 in API usage or something. Or what you do is you start getting really specific, because what you find is the different skills that you give AI increases what's called the context window, and the larger the context window, the more tokens are used for each request. And this is stuff outside of even the reasoning capabilities that you push the AI to have. And then there's even like how it speaks back, and there's how does the AI figure out information. And so when I'm trying to let me switch off of, I'll just go into my feature architect file here. What you'll find is when AI has to go through your project and learn what's going on and figure out what it is that you want it to do and figure out what design styles it should follow. If you just throw it in a repo and hope it remembers it, first off, AI doesn't remember stuff unless you make it remember stuff or teach it to remember things. And if you just have it remember a longer and longer and longer chat window, that increases the context window, like we were talking about before. And so what I've done is I've tried to learn from the best people I can find on the internet who have been dedicating themselves to optimizing this stuff. And so I have my .claude file, I've got my .claude on MD, and all of it's focused on getting the output of the AI work as high as possible while minimizing the token usage. And one of the ways that you do that is by having subagents, so that when I'm trying to, for example, plan a new project, I'm working with a project architect subagent, and its instruction is to act in the role of a project architect. And then it hands off work to a different sub-agent, such as a feature architect, where I start planning out specific details. And when that plan is in place, then I work with a back-end or front-end engineer, because I'm doing web development projects, and then they work on implementing those. And then I've got a QA engineer, and I've got just a code reviewer, and I might expand it. I've also just kind of considered using any of things Matt Pocock's skills. He's got some really good ideas, but a lot of his stuff is what I've based this off, like the feature and project architects. They follow a design where they kind of just push you a lot, and they force you to kind of go back and forth on your design ideas, and it's the grill me approach. If you look that up, you'll find the grill me skills, or grill me with docs. Um, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but that's my approach with AI is maximize what I get out of it for as little as possible. And honestly, eventually, the hope is that if we keep up that approach, instead of just going for as many tokens as possible, as much context as possible, as much training and stuff as possible, then eventually we'll get to a point where local AI will be developed enough, or our hardware will be good enough, that because we're focusing on optimizing usage and improving output by using whatever smart methods we can, that we'll be able to just run AI locally. And at that point, we'll be able to easily do stuff by like running obliterated AI models. We can do penetration testing on our own software more easily, and just to kind of democratize a lot of these creation processes that are available. Of course, there's potential issues at that point, but I think as long as you're a responsible individual, then you can manage those issues better. But anyways, my AI responded to my prompt a while ago, so let's take a look here. Let's see, is Mailpit running? Oh, that's actually a good point. I should check Docker. Just make sure. Okay, yeah, my Mailpit container is running in Docker. So environment. So I'm gonna update my comments here. And sorry again, you guys don't get to see this. I don't want my API keys made public. Email service. Resend for live email. Mailpit for testing. Live email keys. Comments out for local testing. Let's see. I will do a second one. Local testing keys. Comment out for live email. And right now we want to comment out the live email. Okay. My mouse broken, so actually going back to going back in my my message history or whatever with Claude, it's a little painful. So I need to get a new mouse, but I gotta make some money first. All right. Email provider equals SMTP. SMTP host equals localhost. SMTP port 10.5. SMTP secure equals false. Okay. This SMTP, leave SMTP user and pass unset. Does that mean that those need to be? Okay, I'll declare those, I guess, as blank and blank variables, just in case it does require it somewhere. Let's see, then run mailpit if I'm already running. It's running. Restart the backend so the new environment variables are picked up. Then open mailpit. Okay. So yeah, let's restart the backend. I haven't had my phone in my pocket this whole time for all this walking I'm doing. I'm trying to hit at least 5,000 steps a day, which doesn't seem like that much, but it's supposed to be a daily minimum. And in addition to trying to set my family up for financial peace, I'm trying to get jacked at the same time. And cardio is a part of that. Because, you know, why not try to do everything? Okay. Mail pit. And where's we got cooperative compass here. Okay, let's try some stuff here. Cooperative, actually, I think I need to put some oil in the lubricant in this walking pad. Co-op slash, do I have any Zoom or do I have, there we go, I'll go to this. Request to join, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Which one will say 2? Homeschooling. My years of I've been homeschooling. I don't know how to count that correctly. I guess K through 12 years. No, we started with my oldest, so 13. Not that I have to put live information in here, obviously. I'm just so you guys know who I am. Okay. Request submitted. Go home. My logs. I'm not seeing anything. What am I missing? Let's see. I'm trying this. I'll figure it out. All right, let's see. I need to just actually look into mailpit configuration more. Make sure I'm understanding this. You can't just yeah, WebUI 80.5. The SMTP port is 10.25. So good, we have those running. Actually, you know what? Let me just real quick. You know, come on, bring it over here. Okay. So it is listening on localhost 1025. And yeah, SMTP port 1025. All right, well, let me. I'll just let the AI start working on that too at the same time. I have tried testing the mailpit service by requesting to join a co-op with email / account. Well, actually, let me try something else real quick. Localhost. Sometimes we gotta hop into. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to request to join. Let's move this over here. No, not that. Yeah, put this here. Well, actually, we won't worry about it. Okay, testing dude1@test.com. Yeah, we'll go with John Doe. 457. Which one will be attending? 17. How many years have you been homeschooling? 632. And I have read and agree. Submit request. Okay. So what I'm testing right now is I want to make sure that this isn't something weird that's happening because I'm requesting to join with an already existing account. I want to just see if it catches anything with a non-existing account. Because there's two pathways to creating an account with Cooperative Compass. You can just create a standalone account and then request to join co-ops with that account, or you can request to join even if you've never created a Cooperative Compass account before. All of that is because I want people to be able to easily transfer from co-op to co-op, because I eventually plan on everybody having this platform. Not literally everybody, but it'd be cool to have lots in the hundreds of co-ops running on this. So that if somebody moves and wants to join a new co-op in a new area, it's as simple as logging in or requesting to join with their account that they've already created, and then just moves all their family details over, so they don't have to recreate their kids' accounts and everything like that. Yeah, but it doesn't look like it caught anything, so it's not just that. Just note. All right. When I try testing a new email test service by requesting to join a co-op with a new email / account or an existing one, it should send an email letting the user know their request to join has been submitted, if I remember right. But I'm not seeing anything in mail tips. I tried with an tried to join with existing accounts as well. So we'll try a new account, but there was no verified email. I have restarted the backend server after creating a new variables you told me to. Okay, so we'll go ahead and let that start while we start looking into things here too. I should wrap up here in a minute though. I need to go fill up my water bottle and get ready for my day job. Okay, so I need to make sure I'm understanding the requirements here. We'll go through this one at a time. Testing input. Okay, these instructions provide an easy way to send a test email to Mailpit to ensure it's working this night. This assumes Mailpit is running. Listening at port 10.5. Very good. Create a text file, email.txt with all the contents. Okay. Do that. Email.txt. then run the following command to send your test email. Okay. Create a new terminal over here, and then we'll mail pit send mail email.txt. Doesn't like that. If I just type mail pit, is mail pit recognize command? Oh, that's an issue. Okay. Config. Oh, you know what? I set up everything in Docker. I don't think I did anything to ensure that mailpit was a recognized command, or it's not in the path for Windows. So let's see. Use mailpit binary directly. You can use mailpit send mail to your send mail configuration in php.ini. Mailpit server is not running on default. 10.5 machine. They can. Okay. I guess I should throw installation. Yeah, let's go grab the binary. I should know this stuff. Windows, what's the difference between AMD and ARM binary? Different CPU instruction set architecture covers different package formats. AMD/64. Built for processors like Intel and AMD. ARM is for like Qualcomm's. Okay, so that's for like servers that are running. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting what I thought I was getting. Just figure I should probably actually know what that's about. So download. Put this over here. All. Run the mailpit binary. Run anyways. Thank you for trying to protect me, Windows. I guess. This is a command line tool. Need to open. See. Okay. All right. We'll do a open in terminal. We can open right at this location. We're just gonna go. Wait, is this in the exe file? Probably actually. If I just type mailpit. I didn't know my compromise. Let me just look over here. Actually figure out what I was saying. I'm gonna figure out. Show more options, properties. Okay, so it is a .exe file. I thought I knew how to .exe file from the command line. .exe file from command line. Oh, start. Let's do start. Right, let me do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Okay, still didn't do it. Let's go ahead and check in on what Claude found. Code changes are on the feature branch, not master. If your local dev server runs on the main checkout, master is running the old email service. I didn't want. Okay. So sadly ignores those variables and hold back whatever. Your main checkout, not this work tree. User branch. I need to change the subagent actions because it looks like it actually created a Git branch, and I didn't want it to do that. I have this process that I probably should be doing stuff like that, but whatever. You can critique me if you want. Let's see. Can you go ahead and set up brain work? Let's see. Since you're familiar with what you did before, please go ahead and merge the branch you created into master. So I can test this properly. Makes sense if none of the code is being acted on, I guess. So is it starting? I guess that's the cause. Why did music stop? Okay. Okay. What are my steps looking like for today? Should be more. That's what I get for not keeping my phone on me this whole time. Yeah, we'll work through that. Oh, you know what? I should make sure that I'm adding to my tasks for today. Just while we're working through this, let me come up here. Yes, you are permitted to do that. I need to respond to a beta tester, and I also need to respond to a potential beta tester, and I need to review recent feature requests. Be a little bit more vague there. It's just stuff I have in my am I using it? Oh yeah, Trello. I have a Trello board for managing stuff. I set up a request feature thing on the website, so when people are beta testing it, they can send feedback or report bugs on just while they're in the website, and then it actually creates new incoming cards on my Trello board to review. It was kind of good. Just automating that whole process of making sure that on top of everything there. Because in the past, I'm saying in the past because this is a new me, whatever that means. In the past, I have struggled to stay on top of communicating with people. I'll get text messages and just kind of signal, I'll respond to that later, and then I end up ignoring it for days. And I don't want to do that. But anyways, it happens. So we're just gonna try to not do that anymore. Let's localhost, not login. Localhost co-op, not request. Sure. I have homeschooled for 5,434 years, I guess. You have already submitted a request to join this co-op. Dang it. Okay. This is why I have to keep using the incognito tab. Alright, request to join. Test dude 56 at test.com, John Doe, and the children, click, I agree, submit request. Theoretically, no, I'm not doing it. There is a okay, request failed with status row 9. Interesting. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the one that that's actually not helpful. Let me check DevTools. Do I have oh dang it. Let's not great. Okay, let's try this again. Localhost. There we go. I'm gonna bring it back over here again. Oh, that's rude. Oh, I need to be done in like this. So real quick, we're going to watch the console while we do this. Oh, that's my cue to go.